Hello to everyone. Since in the last video I have completed the application software. In this video the topic which is left is this is a design of computer. Design of computer, it means that how it has been modified. What are the basic architecture of the computer? Actually, the basic architecture of the computer, how it has been simulated. First of all, then input, process, output. So this is overall full simulations of the computer, how it works. The base factor of working of computer is input, process and output. Finalizations of the computer task is done by collaborating these three different units. These three different unit. So we know that how many are, which device is input device, which device is output device, what comes under the processing of computer or task. So one by one we will move to this kind of see this is the phenomenon in which it comes in our daily life. Means we also have to suffer and undergo through these architectures. So this structure is common to everyone, not only the machine, not only the computer. So that's why the design of the computer is based upon input, processing, output. So whatever you give, first of all you give to anyone, any of the task. If you want to perform, start giving it. After giving it, your task will be under the process. Any task which you are doing and which you are giving, that work will be under the process, and after the result will come, and upon that result it is dependent that your output is correct or not. Then you can see your output in a well manner, or not good, or average, or bad. So it depends upon the input what you are giving it to your life structure. And when you are inputting something in your life structure, you make it as a practical in the process. And then after processing, after long period of time, doing the hard work and doing the doing an experiment over your life, through your life, any job, like you are doing any job. So in that job only you are getting success that time, when the time comes for proper output. When you give the correct output in your task, in your job, then only your output makes your life success. But that output is also dependent upon the input only. What else knowledge you have gained when you were studying, when you were getting the knowledge. So according to that only you have worked, and according to your hard work your output came. So similarly in the computer also, when you will see the architecture of the computer hardware, all the hardware with the performing program or task, you will see this is a block of input. It is connected with a different devices. First device we will write. Second device we will write. Third device we will write input, anything, mic. Okay, fourth device we will write. Okay, fourth device, what we are writing here, scanner. Many more devices there. Okay, joystick, etc, etc and etc. When these all device gives the instruction as an input into the processor, undergo another process. Okay, when it gives in the processor, inside the processor, how many segments are there, how many divisions are there, what else are not. Processing is not a simplest thing. Processing, when you are learning something and you make it as a practical experience, while pursuing that you face different kind of condition or different kind of problem, because studying material is very much different than the practical thing. Like you will study the computer, what I will tell you, or programming language or any of the knowledge of the computer, when you will actually come over the practical upon that knowledge, you will see it's totally different while studying and understanding, and while physically doing that study material, bringing into your life by performing the physical activities. So in this, similarly, I was telling you that in process, very big amount of task comes. Okay, in processing only it is we will say that in processing we can also say the storage unit. Okay, see, secondary unit is there, primary unit is there. In storage unit, this comes. In processing means when any instruction goes to the computer directly, we don't give it randomly ki just each and every instruction go and just start doing your performance. Step by step, all instruction from this device goes into the process, turn by turn, step by step. So while going, it comes a primary memory. Primary memory comes inside that, which plays a role to store for some time, means partial time, for temporary purpose. It stores the instruction into it, and as soon as the further fluency of the data become low, they send their own data, which is inside the primary memory. So this is the primary memory, which all the secondary or primary memory is just for storing the instruction or command which is required for processing. So that it is also linked with the process activities. Okay, so we will write here storage unit. Okay, storage unit written. Inside the storage unit, one more control and arithmetic logical unit. Okay, so you might have heard that your processor contains or divided into three fractions. Okay, your processor divided into three parts: storage, control and arithmetic logical unit. It means that ki storage unit, then after control unit and ALU 1, 2 and 3. These are the division of processor. Okay, means inside the processor these things comes which plays the major role over the processor. Okay, while performing anything, this all three parts involved into your action to perform. Okay, so it sees that all the activity should be in proper and under the control, and it look after the all the logical calculation type of activities. Okay, so this action, and this action takes the part inside the processor. Understood? Command goes, and these are the role played by the processor. Understood? And then after, output. And now finally, when task used to be completed, specifically it is going to the that part, devices. First of all, output device, monitor. Okay, second of all, it goes to the printer. Third of all, it goes to the projector. Means these are the different devices. It depends on the controlling, and all the action is controlled and decided to go which part of the computer. So these all things decided here, and according to that, the particular instruction used to go to that particular device. Not all, means one of these. Okay, printer, monitor, projector, and many more are there. Okay, or to the another computer in the network. So these are the whole architecture of the computer, where you are seeing that how the role is playing inside the design of the computer. So when anybody will ask you what are the design of the computer and explain each and every function of the computer, then basic function should be explained by this format. Understood? So this much was there in the topic of design of computer. And input, output device and storage device, this you already have understood, and from the beginning only you are studying these kind of definitions. Okay, so storage unit, everything I have told you as it is given in the book. Primary and secondary storage. Okay, this, I think this should be explained. I have told you about the primary. Secondary is important. Secondary means it also take parts when either it should be going to the output device, or processor. In the processor only it decides that from the primary, after processing directly, it should be saved or not. It means secondary, what comes? Your hard disk comes, your CD comes, disk, compact disc comes, tape media comes. All different type of media which is connected to your computer are the secondary one. Means after processing, secondary task is that for storing. It is a secondary task. Means after processing, the output will be there, but it's the secondary task that it's your choice that if you want to store, then it will be reviewed means again you can watch or see that data which is stored and can be utilized for further time, future time. Further you can utilize that particular storage data. Okay, so secondary storage data, primary storage, secondary storage, primary storage comes in a storage media. Okay, it's clearly written the secondary memory is used to store the large amount of data. Means when you are storing, again many tasks used to be under the process, and each and every task, it's up to you that you are storing it or not. Or when you are storing one upon another, one by one, many data get together and become or shown as a large amount of data. Performance, when the processing performance happen, so your each and every action also used to be stored in the computer secondary memory. That all when as time being, means time passes and computer are used by the person, your secondary storage is also keep on the data which is stored inside the secondary storage also keep on increasing. The space used to be increase of the data which is stored. That space is fixed. Your storage media device storage the space is fixed, but this space of data which is which is saved inside the computer, they keep on increasing themselves by storing again and again and again many type of different type of datas. Okay, that's why here it is written it is for large amount of data to store. But in primary memory, basic information like RAM comes in a primary memory. So in that temporary type of data is stored, and as comparatively to the secondary, small amount of data is there in the primary memory. Okay, so it's also written here in the secondary permanently, in the primary temporarily. Okay, temporary data is stored. This is also called a backup. Of course, as I have told you, in the secondary storage, it is just for backup your data, because your data stays inside the secondary storage media for a long period of time. That's why we can call it as a backup for the further time. Okay, so that it was there only primary and secondary storage. Then after arithmetic and logical unit means different sign, comparatively sign, greater than, less than, equals to, not equals to, calculation type of thing, plus minus, divide, multiply. This kind of calculation used to perform by the arithmetic logical unit. Okay, so it holds or look after those kind of operations. Any problem in this? No. Overview of the communication. Okay, next just our next video you are going to get about the overview of the communication technology, because these all things has been completed, and just wait for the next video to come. You will soon be aware of that, what is the communication technology. Okay, thank you very much.